Housekeeping rules. First, Mr. Mamadi Kurang will address. Housekeeping rules. Mr. Mamadi will give address, followed by Honorable Chairman Yang Tuwa Dabo will give a statement. After Yang Tuwa's statement, Honorable Kante also will give a statement. Followed by Honorable Cecil, and there will be questions and answers. And UDP Chairman Bakau constituency, Honorable Dudu Jao will give vote of thanks. So this is the schedule of the program. Without wasting much ado, we will invite Mr. Mamadi Kurang.
Thank you. All of you, we thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. Your presence as journalists is very important to us, important for the democracy right in the Gambia. Obviously today I initiated this press conference to speak about my political future. I feel that the Gambia is at a tipping point. The country with a young democracy. The democracy is at stake. The future of the next generation is at stake. Our democracy is at the risk of being compromised. At the risk of being compromised, bearing in mind the failure of the transitional justice system that is supposed to be in place, at the risk of self-entrenchment. The country is at a tipping point. The economy, number one. Inflation is rampant. If you ask the government, they will say you get about but we are thinking as Gambians about our standard of living. Baluo be nyadile. Sun dunda bi nakala tol. That is what is at the mind of most Gambians. While the government is borrowing and borrowing, and the president and his people are talking about building. For us as Gambians, it is better to reflect on history. That we had a government, the PPP, and they have done tremendous infrastructural developments. But people were still asking for improved standard of living. The APRC had come and built roads, just like the PPP from Banjul to Massege, both north and south bank. But one question that always remains in the mind of Gambians is our standard of living, the cost of living, the daily struggle of the families. That we don't need to tell each other or ask each other how is it going. The verdict, thousands and thousands of young people every day are taking the risk to go back way. While the government mortgages our life by borrowing and borrowing, today the national debt stands at over $100 billion. 50% of that, most of that, just in the last 8 years. As they borrow, there is the risk for the future generation. So the economic debate cannot just be over because the president come and say, "Ngasilolole from Kurang to Javai," or from Salikene to Javakunda. The debate still remains that Gambians deserve better standard of living. My conviction is what we brought me here today. That I need, as always, to have a say in where this country goes. 2026 is just at the corner. And every Gambian must ask yourself questions and must take decisions. Personally, I have taken decisions before in my life. As a student, I have stood up for student rights, even though it is not popular. At the university, I have done the same. Working as a young banker, I have made decisions as an auditor that did not favor me at that time, but I think is good for my country. I made decisions which may not be popular at that time, but I felt is good for the country. And therefore, as a politician, I must keep questioning myself of what I need to do in order to contribute to the country, in order to contribute and determine the destiny of the future. Therefore, at this point in time, I felt it is necessary for me to make a new political standpoint. 2026 is critical for every Gambian. Everybody must play a part And my part, my journey, is the reason why I call this press conference today. And I must say, I have finally made up my mind that for 2026 December, while the country is at a tipping point, and what is holding us to fall? Are we going to let the country fall? We cannot let the country go astray. We cannot let the economy continue to go down the drain. So the question now is, what are the options? I have analyzed, and I have made no secret of what I think. That in 2026 December, it is necessary for every Gambian to stand up and say no to the third term of the presidency of Adama Barrow. The president says the law is in his favor. For the third term. We cannot go back to that story. We know the story. We know that in the transitional justice, every Gambian voted, every Gambian gave their voice that this country at least should try to be like our sister country, Senegal. Abdou Diouf, they don't hate him. We don't hate Adama Barrow. Abdoulaye Wade, it's not because they hate him. It's not because we hate Barrow. Macky Sall, it's not because we hate Barrow. And now they have Diomaye. And if Diomaye stays for 10 years, the Senegalese will tell him, no matter how handsome he is, Mister, it is time to go away. That is how a country that wants to go forward should behave and think. It is therefore time for Gambians to ask for an end to the presidency of Adama Barrow at the end of his second term. Not for any personal grievances, but for the future and the destiny of our children. Therefore, I have to ask myself, what is the best possible option? You know, I'm a politician. Over the past 5 years, I'm new in politics. You legally because politics and told you the political kono. But in the Korsiro Kele. And I have come to the conclusion that the United Democratic Party that the best option to avoid a third term for the Barrow presidency is the United Democratic Party. My brothers are here. I appreciate it. Some of you may think, why are they here? Is it because it is UDP? I think the story is longer than that. Many of the people, we can be on opposite side. I can disagree with Yankua, the Honorable Chairman. I can disagree with my uncle Sise. You have seen my debates with Sonko for the past 3 years. Very aggressive debates. Nothing personal about that. That was what I think at that time, and that was what we think. But it never spoiled our friendships. We kept talking. Silvo and so many other youths from the UDP have been to my house before, many times. Every time we have debates with Garmi and others at iAfrica, after the debates we go and sit and drink attire and talk. Go, Gambian call politiko ma ke ñoo jawyate politique bi du yefi sohorante. Most of us here, we come from political families. Some of us either through our relatives or somebody, as Gambia is a small country. But I said they are here today because what is happening today is a continuation of so much dialogue that has been happening behind the scenes. And more than ko kafo ko ninkari mang nyoje o matin na aleke nyoja wote. I believe that the Gambia is one family. Many of us have relatives in every part of the country. And many of us have relatives in every tribe. I believe that politics is about opinions and not about personal differences. So in 2026, Manduma wa Moy, whose lawyer Usainu Dabo is the best party. Is the best party to take the Gambia to bring an end to self-entrenchment, to bring an end to the rule of Adam Barrow. Not with Adam is our brother. Even after here, if he invites us, Chairman, Honorable, we will go and talk to him. But we said Adam must not pass through December 2026. Many people say it's just today I came to UDP. No. You know I am coming from the PDOS. It's nothing personal, as I keep on saying. Lawyer Hussein Udawo is not a stranger to me. He has attended at least 4 or 5 of my naming ceremonies, my children. You don't know that. Let me tell you. But I am coming from a different political angle with him. It did not spoil the relationship between us. Politics should not spoil relationship in Gambia. 4 of my naming ceremonies, Hussein lawyer Hussein Udawo the Fade. Suma ñoom ni jaay ñoo ko dee indi. My Bakau people are here. The chairman. He has never met me. Today is the first time. But I've met so many people in Bakau. My childhood friends are here, and I'm very pleased to appreciate them here with Dudo and others. The two Dudos in Akebal Malti, we have seen you and observed you over the years. Politics, even if sides I believe they can still work together to move the country forward. Lawyer Hussein Udawo, as I said, has gone to school with Dr. Kurang, who is my father, Dr. Marina, who is my father-in-law, my uncle Balang, who brought me and gave me the first voter's card and tell me, Tapa, same way. And I went and voted. So while I'm at PDOIS, every time I meet Massege, you never look at Janya. We come from different political parties. None of my Janya. Muslim just bottom there, Alaji Yang. Mangi Penen, Musta happen. I'm telling you things which you didn't know. I am trying to say that the Gambia is one family. But we must all come together. I believe that Lawyer Dabo, as the party leader of the UDP, has the wisdom. He has the knowledge to lead the party. He has the experience. He has the track record. He's a good listener. For the past 5 years, I've been observing the UDP. One example, while Hussein Dabo was away in America, or in Europe, executive of the party, some of the executives were vacant. And these young people and these people you see around me here, they step in and they fill the vacant positions even before the party leader landed back to the country. That is a real democratic party. Party you party fee. The party leader will never be fee. Then a position as secretary sa do come na field to make a party leader be taken up. But why woman the UDP is perfect, but from outside, that is something I appreciate. And that party is capable enough to take the Gambia forward. Mane wa Gambia. Lu ñu ragal pour fu sané karta Ousseynou Dabo. Dema maa ngi waxtaan ak yéen ma ne ko yow soo amee sa doom bu jigéen xale jigéen ma ne ko alaaji mu ngi nii boppam mu ngi tàng xale bi jigéen bi xëj na am na fu moo seey waaye léegi ragal na pour dem si jëkkër boo xam ne dina ko toroxal nga danga koy jox Ousseynou da danga koy jox alaaji parce que alaaji nga xam ne boppam mu ngi dëgër paa bi is not going to hurt anybody. If he is my uncle, he attends my naming ceremonies. He moves around with my family. And I went to another political party and I met him and he never showed me anything, one single dot that I have done something wrong. I believe that when he becomes president, anybody who against him and anybody for him, he will stand for them. what we want the story, but I appreciate you all, and I believe that so many people here, more I appreciate my brother when I saw him on TV media. My brothers here, the chairman. I believe that they speak passionately. Same for everybody, my friends, my family is here also. I believe that the people following UDP speak passionately, but I have disagreed with most of the people here. But they don't take it personally. That is a good principle I appreciate from the UDP. So it shouldn't be long. I know there will be questions. Gambia ilan wax ne politics du yefi topante. The 2026 self-entrenchment can only be removed from the Gambia by the United Democratic Party. So I'm in the
here present, thank you for coming and providing coverage to many people who I believe are watching this live event across the world and in Gambia. I want to thank our party leader, A.N.M. Husseinu Numukunda Dabo. I want to thank our chairman, that is the chairman of the Bakau constituency here present, Mr. Gurujao. We have our staunch supporter in Bakau, Nuduka Sajata here in our midst. And then the honorable members of parliament that are here with us, Honorable Mohamed Kante, Honorable Lanin Sise, the Honorable Councillor of Banjulun Ward, and then many other members of the United Democratic Party, Nyawu Koma, and everyone else here present. I want to thank the main person who, as a result of the decision he had made today, brought us all together in this hall here in Bakau. And that is my brother, Alaji Mamadi Kurang. You have given us a news worth celebrating today. And indeed, we are very much delighted. And we would like to say, welcome to the United Democratic Party. The party of yours, the party of your fathers, and then it is good to welcome you back home. As he rightly stated, the election year 2026 have already dawned on us, because now we are going to count months, not years, because the election is scheduled to take place on the 5th of December 2026. So 12 months to that date starts 3 days ago. So we already the third day into that year. And to have a news that we are witnessing here today, to have that kind of news entering into the political year or an election year is indeed a very, very important, delightful, and a very good news for a political party. Any political party would run a mile in excitement for that news, and we are indeed going to also have a lap for that, because we are very, very delighted about that news. And as I said, we welcome Mamadi Kurang to the struggle, to the journey, to the strive to emancipate our people from the perpetual rule of one person in this country. Remember, Barrow came to power on the promises of ending self-perpetuity in power. Because we had two leaders in this country who had been in power for more than 50 years. During that period, countries like America had 5 presidents. Many other countries in UK had more than 6 or 7 prime ministers leading their countries. So the main reason many people believe, and I also subscribe to that view, and that is this: one reason why our country is still hadn't registered much progress within the last many years is because we've had very few leaders as presidents of this country. We had only 3 presidents. So we could have had many presidents within that period. Gambia celebrated how many years of independence? 53 years. Or 60 years of independence. That could have been 6 presidents. But we are unfortunate to tell our children that we had only 3 presidents within that period. And 3 presidents, all they can show us is that of I built a 500 kilometers road, and another can say I built maybe an arch when you are entering into Banjul, and what else? But still we are having so many of our youth dying in the rough seas, going to other nations in search of greener pasture. That is certainly not a record of success, but the record of failure. Failures that we want to put an end to. And we believe we can do that, but we cannot do it alone. And that's why it is very, very significant to have an important and also a patriot like Mamadi Kurang, who had done so much in his own contribution to this nation by educating so many people who have gone on to man significant portfolios in our government structures in this country. And he had done that, sometimes voluntarily, simply because he wanted to make sure that this country prospers. And I'm sure he's also a household name in the Gambian politics. A lot of people do listen to him. A lot of people are inspired by him. A lot of people are convinced by him. And today, the decision he made, I believe, would inspire many of those people. If they are sitting on the fence to see to it that the United Democratic Party is the vehicle that will be able to liberate this country from the mismanagement, misappropriation of our funds by this national Puntum Pantam Party. You have all witnessed it not long ago. We had a minister came onto the public space to tell us that we are owing, or the country is owing Car Power $19 million. That's almost about $1.5 billion. Only for those people to turn up to say, no, they are not owing us anything. So what were they trying to do with that money? They were trying to steal that money, but on a broad daylight. Anyone that had done that in our society, you know what we would have done? Everybody would have shouted, Sache, thief, and we would have changed them. But these people, we have not done that to them. The audit reports have told us so many misappropriations that have happened to our public funds. You know, one thing why the average Gambian is suffering is because we have a government, successive governments have concentrated very much on what they call infrastructural development. Not much has been done towards improving the welfare of the Gambian people. So welfare has never been a priority for these successive governments. Only the welfare of those that are working within the state, for the state, have been considered or prioritized, but the rest of the masses were left to fend for themselves. And this is the reason why many of our youths felt hopeless and frustrated and felt desperate about their situation in this country. That can only be changed and alleviated by a political party, a government that understands that development is not only about building infrastructures, but development is about taking care of the welfare of your people, ensuring that everybody earns a basic minimum living standard. And we can assure you, a United Democratic Party government will not only invest on infrastructure, but will also invest on the welfare of the Gambian people. This is the government a government that promised our people that if you voted for us, we will improve your living standards from what it was before 2021. But the same president, I think it was barely 1 year into that second term, told every Gambian that you're going to pay at the hospitals. It's no longer going to be free. Even healthcare is something that they were not willing to support the poor in this nation to be able to at least get that basic healthcare need or healthcare support. They didn't want to do that. So I don't want to spend much time talking. I know time is of essence here, but I just want to once again express our delight as a party and as supporters and members of the United Democratic Party to have been able to convince, and I know this wasn't an easy decision, was not an easy decision for Mr. Kurang to make. As he rightly said, he's not a novice in politics. He's a bit well experienced in politics and must have done a lot of consideration, a lot of mulling over, a lot of brainstorming and appraising of which particular party would serve not only my interest but the interest of the greater number of this nation. And we are not surprised that he had made that decision, because we believe that is what this party stood up for so many years. And when we campaigned in my region, in the West Coast region, we promised the people of that region that is what we're going to deliver. And I believe today many people felt that we have actually lived up to the promises and the expectations that they have in us. And I can promise you that most Gambians who are in doubt, and we tell you this, give us the benefit of the doubt. Just give us the benefit of the doubt. Just cast that vote to us. Give us 5 years if we do not prove to and we fail to live up to your expectations, get rid of us. But as Mr. Kurang alluded to, we cannot afford to give another president a third term in this country. And Barrow cannot be given a third term. And on that note, I conclude by congratulating and indeed welcoming my brother home, back home to United Democratic Party. I thank you all.
A moment wherein our own brother, Mr. Kurang, had made a decision, and that decision is a positive decision. We will show him that the decision that he has taken today is the best decision towards
many important things that will follow suit for the development of this country. I appreciate the chairman of Brigama Area Council, my own chairman, Keba Kinde, is here with us, the community members of Bakau, chairwoman of various constituencies here present, the councillor of Banjul Ward, our chairman of Bakau constituency, Mr. Nyawu Koma, and many other important personalities who are here with us. We recognize all of your presence. Having been said here and listening to our brother, of the fundamental reasons he have highlighted that motivated him to join this, to make this important decision. One that stands out is the economy of this country. The economy of this country is at a very bad state. We are just in the budget session. Today, in fact, was the budget debate. Imagine, he touched areas of borrowing. Currently, if you look at this year 2026 budget, the estimate for 2026 is $36 billion. The estimate. But if you look at 55, if you look at the debt services, the money that will be utilized for our debt services is about 30% of that budget. The 30%, which is $13 billion, is going to be on the debt services. My brothers and sisters, when we look at our development sectors, the productive sectors, there is nothing much that we are giving that can significantly improve our stability in terms of food self-sufficient, our other welfares like education and even security. So you will see to read that the economy that he took as a principal factor to inform his decision to join United Democratic Party is at a due course. He is an economist. He knows. But he has the belief that if Gambians come together and vote for His Excellency Lawyer Usainu Dabo, that economy will be restored. Productive sectors within our society will be reinforced, and money will go into the value of the goods. He is an economist. He knew all these things, he analyzed all these things, and he has made a final decision. Second point he highlighted is about our young democracy. My brother, if we successfully introduce two-term limit in this country, no president is going to be a dictator in this country. No president. Because any president who wanted to be a dictator of this country would reflect his mind that I am here for only 10 years, maximum. After 10 years, where am I going to? You're coming back with the same people that you have been brutalizing. You will not like to do that. Or you would not like to see yourself in that situation. So you will be a humble president, a servant for the community of the whole Gambia. And that decision also is well thought, Mr. Kurang. Having said that, we have other speakers. We will say we appreciate your coming, and we believe your coming will take a progressive step towards realization of our desire, the desire that will lead us to a better Gambia. Thank you.
But ni membe keri jambi pour ko kuma kan tan ni molma kuma kan ken yar mol mem ta jam kuma kan membe kalisari pour que tan ni molma ni kibar dima atol lebe do ko kekam so kal tentu kal jey kay tan dal ko without you there will be no democracy so allah la kuma da baake banko kan so to thank all of you content draw follow la mbari ndingola honorable Alhaji Mamadi Kurang mais ya lon ko amu politiko kono ntol funding jowol ye yakarangol ntol funding jowol nka yaka mol la politiko kono mais ya lon ko ay hormo soto ay daji ko beton soto andu ay londo fanan soto abuka diamuni ni diala ntol funding kol membe politiko kono kala fiiro funding ke ba sipal la kayya ka wala adu Alhaji Mamadi Kurang be mo le kono men ya lon ko ye londo soto le la londo fana ye horomo soto kono andu le politiko fana ika tamandin to nyaala so ni mo men be nyama ni ko anata kafu ila kafoma wom kontane ku balji wom la fa balji United Democratic Party ñol même bébé jang chairman Brikama Area Council Yankuba Dabo be konton na bake honorable Kante Buzumbala constituent chairman Bakau constituent councilor Banjulundi ward West Coast region United Democratic Party la ñol même bébé jang bal be konton ndebe même fola drong Buzumbala constituency la chairman be jang bake ba ni fanam kontom bake inim Alhaji Mamadi la family fana ngi be kontom men yalla ko yakata ko ke ilote be pour ka ko ngafuta bitem bot kato hada madu ni be na politiko kono hanna da dunya be la be fe bar ni la family mantare fe dron fente bul bar kabri la family be ko ma dron alhamdulillah wal ala ten tol so family kawol ten kawol jay kata jamal la keta jikita ko hani me mulan no munyo sen mota fana concept dile afana ya la blessing dile pour ka je ko yene ka United Democratic Party ma ka fana tentu ka jay afana mu moti mero kay kata ko de bari United Democratic Party dingol memem fulale wala mi ko mo alse ila mala ba musulman dino ni wuluta musulman dino kono yes sanji tan kono to baluje fo sa internet ta jefa mo wuluta kafiriya kono ma foko politiko men be kala la kafiriya so that you understand amari na ata adunga muslima kono ay sanji chame balu kilikina ta jay fa ina be kanyata muslima dino kono albe kanyanta otol. So Mayor United Democratic Party law at the 1996 ani Alaji Mamadi Kurang men jonta be kanyanta United Democratic Party. United Democratic Party dimole kamo men soto yo kamo le soto United Democratic Party. Alana ka kafu United Democratic Party ma is ala conviction ole me yalon ko abe lorin tafundo lel kan kadum kake United Democratic Party dimoti amanche ko ibetar rakafole kono, but is to believe in certain set of principles and values. So those are the values Alaji Mamadi Kurang has bought into today, and he believed that the best decision to rescue this country in 2026 is to join United Democratic Party. So Wellington another kapo nyimba. So Mbesa embrace nga kalam tako do kole bembema Gambia di ngol kayta ndal ko Ousainou Darboe manna pour que president in this country. Our party leader is not coming to be a president in this country. He has already been a president. There has not been any politician in this country who has been celebrated. The highest level of loyalty is Ousainou Darboe. Never on the face of this country. That has never happened. He has been the minister, he has been the vice president, he has never molded a single block for himself to build a structure in this country. Audit reports from 2017 to 2019, no audit report has revealed that Ousainou Darboe has interfered with a corrupt activities with a bootut of Gambian dollars. That has never happened. This is Ousainou Darboe, who has been brutalized and beaten, imprisoned by former dictator Yaya Jammeh. When he stepped his foot at the gate of Mile 2, after being imprisoned for 8 months, the first word he said, I have forgiven President Jammeh. That is not for everyone. More than a point, apanya ko ni yete ta wore jam ko ta wore modo ta mbe karto fayline kay ko Ousainou Darboe karanta yankubat atele londo sota ta tel karan dan tet atele experience dan tet atele dunia kalam tan tet atele sa gambe no kafuno nyoma atele sa diversity kafuno nyoma atele presence don tol atele balafas don tol gambe diwon ni ko be karto fayline te ta fayla way. That is something sentiment. That is not by principle. So Alaji Mamadi Kurang Gambia di wol mbafulale ko. Even this government cannot account for Gambia di wol be fata ñu mbaful. Bakam ko na fale. I'm sorry to say this, and every time I step in Bakau, because I demand about it. Alsa kalam taw ñam. Mo jamal la fata ba ko na jam. Allah Bakau jam. Ndemban clinic balla Bakau jam. Go just move 100 meters away from this building. You will have a testimony of a woman whose husband is lying on the floor because there is no bed in that health center. Go to that hospital. You will find somebody sitting in a wheelchair and a drip is posted on the person because there is no bed. If you say you want to impose charges on people for medical fees, but that has to be accompanied by the quality of services. That is not what we have today. Ni ko ye silo nyanta kata karambugo leto karambugo me yalon ko tika kendo le beje infrastructure beje. But silo man nyanta kata loktano me yalon ko bor teje no sol fana man tara loktano. Amanya kata karambugo me yalon ko tikal adun karan kendo mataro karamuta. This is infrastructural development. It should lead to those type of development. So remember I remember about our debt. At today where we stand, Nabanko Julomem Benda, 129 $129.5 billion. Wala ben na banko la bi. $129.5 billion. Wala ben na banko la. Na banko julomem benna na banko la kodo billion cheme billion mo ni kononto anin talanteo wo julo la benna banko ni wo julo ta da kata min to ni na mo economy so la problem ka julo ta man ke problem because banko bal membe dunya ko li ka julo ta ba ni julo te ka dum ni mere ko e ka julo ta ya dum ni fempo na pour se fempo ni ye julo jo ba ni ko julo ke fenti to len tax ni mo men ka ko kana julo don as we stand today na budget o me alon ko ngalandi for 2026 is 55.3 billion tallu ni lulu anim million teme saba wala mun na budget o dimbe men dépense la pour 2026 sama kon bari wo billion tallu ni lulo kono billion tannim fula anim fen wo be kata julu jol hey gambia no you guys have to sit and analyze that billah wala ni ñam banko tabita 2026 it will take you 20 years to fix it billahi wallahi tallahi it will take you 20 years plus to fix the mess that is happening in this country ala baraka